glad you could join us. I'm Annette Sherman. This is Community. We're going to be talking about something today that I think is phenomenal. I know it's phenomenal because it's had enormous success for the past 8 years. The name of the group, or the name of the event that happens at McCurdy's Comedy Theater, not every Sunday, but it has to be a Sunday, and I'm going to give you information to find out exactly when. And if you'd like to go there, I'll tell you about going and the cost and so forth as we move along. What we're going to be talking about today is Beneva Fruitville's Drag Queen Bonanza. And my guest, one of my guests, is guess who? Let me introduce my guests, and then we can get right down to the story of how all this happens and who goes there and what you can expect. First and foremost, I think, is Beneva Fruitville, who's been enjoying some incredible publicity in our magazines and in our newspaper lately, and well-deserved, because although what they're doing is a fun game kind of thing, and everyone is a winner because everyone gets to laugh and everyone gets to feel kind of fun and silly and enjoy what's happening. So everyone is a winner, but there are specific prizes and specific things that you do get. We'll get Beneva to tell us about it. Then we have Laura Daniel. Laura is the producer for the Beneva Fruitville Drag Queen Bonanzas. And it's not an easy job because they've been sold out practically every performance. People want to laugh, they want to enjoy. I asked Beneva what percentage she thought of her audience are gay. And I said, 10%. She said, no, about 5%. They come to be entertained. They're not coming to meet friends of theirs or to join a party. They're coming to be entertained, and they will be entertained, and they have been entertained. You'll see. Okay, we'll find out about Laura. We'll find out about Beneva in a little while. Then there's Lady Charlotte Laquelle. And Lady Charlotte is, I'm really very envious. She's tall and slim, great figure, lovely everything, and not that you're not my sweet, but I can more relate to Lady Charlotte because I'm tall and not slim, but I'm tall, and you're pretty tall anyway. How tall are you?
Almost 6 foot.
Suddenly, I love you dearly.
Is that in heels?
Let's go back a little bit in time. I remember you performing in various different things, and you still do?
Yes, very
Okay.
much so.
Stop me if I'm incorrect. All this started with someone's idea, I think it was yours, at the Golden Apple Dinner Theater.
Yes. We were asked by the Turoff family to do a show on Friday nights. They had an open Friday night. They asked us to do a show, to put together a show where we dressed up in drag and we played bingo. And it was just a fill-in, just
an idea that
just
probably
an
would,
idea,
come and go.
Yes.
But
we sold out. And we sold out week after week after week for 3 years at the Golden Apple. And it just continued to grow.
now, what happens with this is, and I'd like you to tell me, but I'll just introduce it. You pull out all the stoppers.
Oh, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. And this is not something, you don't bring the children to this. No. This is something for adults. In fact, you've got to be over 18 to be let in. And it is risque. That's the kindest word I can use. But it's fun. It's just, and if you approach it that way, and if you embrace it that way, you can't stop laughing. You can't stop enjoying. And you just want to get back and do that again. And you have a repeat audience, a big one.
Absolutely. A lot of our audience comes back year after year, especially the people who come, the snowbirds who come. They come back year after year. Every time they're in town, they bring friends who've never come. It's so interesting. We have people who have seen us for 7, 8 years, who
Keep
then
coming back.
just keep coming back. And then, like I said, they bring their friends, they bring their children, their grandchildren, and
Who are over 18.
who are over 18, yes, college age mostly. And a lot of times, this is their first experience with a drag show. Again, because most of our audience is straight. I always take a poll at the beginning of every show, and I ask people to raise their hand if this is the first time they've ever been to one of our Drag Queen Bingo shows. And I would say 75% of the audience, it's their first time. It's amazing. And we continue to sell out for 8 years.
Well, there's something with the message there. It's very clear and simple. What you're doing entertains people. Okay, I'm going to find out a little bit about the background of Laura and Lady Charlotte. Okay, Laura, background. You never thought you'd be sitting here with the two drag queens, a drag queen on each side.
I've never felt uglier in my life, or less feminine for that matter. I have been a business owner in Sarasota since 2005. I first started with a boutique in the Rosemary district, and through that I got to develop community events, street festivals, started producing fashion shows, and I thought,
Sort of slipped into a show business mode.
yeah, the fashion shows were come and gone in 5 minutes, and I thought, this is so fun. I want to do something that lasts, 90 minutes or so. And I created with some other performers in town and a show called Black Diamond Burlesque, which is 8 years, the second longest running live theater show in Sarasota, second only to this one. And then we got to be friends and know each other through that, and have been friends that whole time. But about 3 years ago, Beneva asked me to take over managing her career and booking her. And
Well, that was a tribute to you, really.
Well,
They thought
thank
were
you. I
capable
was
of handling-
honored to have Sarasota's favorite hometown girl want me.
Has it been fun?
it,
That's not a big enough word.
The truth is, it is a delight. The hard work is a delight. The mistakes are a delight. The rounds of applause that she and her guest stars get is a delight. But I get to work with such a strong performers. I get to create something new. I mean, you guys create it, but I get to revel in it. But, it's a brand new show every month that they put on, and it's,
But they pull out all the stoppers.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
I don't want people to think that they're going to go in and have gentle humor. It is, some of it is gentle, but some of it can be a little raw. And hence, they do not allow anyone who's not 18 and plus 18 plus, and in the audience. Let me fill in, because I want to mention this a few times. I'm going to interrupt you, and we're going to get to you, darling, in just a moment. The way it's done is, if you want to go there and you want to be there, remember the fact that you have to be over 18. Then you purchase there's a cover charge. There's one charge, and then whatever else you want is separate. But the cover charge is the initial payment, and that's $20. It's like going to see a show, and that's the cost of the show. And you get in, and and you're seated, and that kind of thing for the cover charge. It's a fabulous show with special bingo cards.
Yes.
Now, so bingo becomes a part of it at the end of the show?
Absolutely. There are 3 games of bingo that we play throughout the show.
Oh, throughout the show?
Yes.
So someone's a winner, and the other people say, oh, next time, and they
Correct.
get to be winners next time. Maybe. Okay. You can buy your tickets on the website. You can make reservations too, but you want to get to it, because we don't know. It's on a Sunday usually, but it's not every Sunday. So if you get to the website, they'll tell you on the website when the next performance is going to be, and then you can purchase your tickets with your credit card or what have you on the website. And I'm going to put that on the screen. I'm not, but my director is going to put that on the screen. The website. There it is, right there. And there's a telephone number Also, now, I usually urge my viewers to use the website, and I'll tell you why. Otherwise, you've got to call while the business is open, while people are there. And I think that you may find it difficult when McCurdy's is in action to get some people to the phone to take your orders. So either wait until before you go to bed, it's late, or in the morning, and check the website and make your reservation, because you will have fun if you have that kind of thinking, that you don't get embarrassed, and you shouldn't get embarrassed because you're an adult. And what happens there is that everybody is having fun, and the audience and the performers are all having a wonderful time. Thank you. They can be a little weird. By that I mean the language is going to be open and free, and it's for adults. So if that bothers you, go. Maybe you can get over it. At any rate, the gals are fun, and they're used to insulting each other, and they're used to being just very natural with what they think and their fun and their humor. So it is, as Beneva has said, the kind of thing that people come back to, and they bring their friends, and they all have a wonderful time. I know that people who have been there have said to me, we leave, we've had such a good time, our face hurts from laughing.
It's true.
So that's what it's going to be. And we're going to put that number on the screen again, Damon, please. The number to call and your website to make your reservation. It's a $20 cover charge. It's not expensive. If you go to a theater, go to a show, you're going to spend more than that. And you won't get the bingo and the possibility of winning and so forth. And then you can order. McCurdy's is doing a really excellent job now. The food is fine, and they have drinks if you want them. But it's a nice atmosphere for what you're doing.
It
I
is
think
a
it's
full
perfect.
bar and
Yeah.
a full menu.
Comfortable seating and everything. Tables,
Very
lovely.
much.
Okay, now we're up to Lady Charlotte Leckel. Lady Charlotte, tell me about yourself, how you got here.
Well, it's a story worthy of Baron Munchausen, but I'll try to summarize it as best I can. I moved here from Massachusetts about 13...
I'm going to ask you to repeat it because I couldn't understand.
I said I moved here from Massachusetts about 13 years ago, and I knew then I wanted to do something in a performance vein, and I thought that forming a band was the thing to do, so I tried to form a glam band, and my stage persona was a very abrasive, very masculine cross-dresser character who I called Charlotte the Harlot, after a Iron Maiden song. But nothing ever came of that. I couldn't find musicians that actually wanted to work. And I moved down here, and following a very dramatic half-decade, I started getting involved in local theater and student films and web series, and I was hooked. And I definitely wanted to find something that was that could be frequent, if not consistent, that was fun, and that wouldn't cripple me if I had to take time off from work to do it. And after a while, I had seen, I knew I wanted to bring Charlotte the Harlot back in, and I knew Beneva was, the first name in drag in Sarasota. So I kind of followed her a bit, and I saw an advertisement that she had posted on Facebook one day that was looking for someone to give a drag makeover to on the Suncoast View. And I sent a reply to that, not really expecting a reply because I'd kind of gotten used to being blown off by directors in theaters or advertising on Craigslist, and lo and behold, I think 2 seconds later, she sent me a reply saying, "Congratulations, you've just been dragged." And so Lady Charlotte Leckel was born again, as it were, on television. And
Question. It wouldn't be for you, Laura. It's just for the girls. Boys, girls. just for our two queens here. Okay. The silliest, funniest, weirdest moment that stands out in your memory in the 8 years that you've been doing this. Can you think of something that you want to tell me about?
Yes.
I love you. Because you don't say no, you say yes. There's always something that you have.
I always say yes. So, the first time I started working doing a bingo show, there was a restaurant called Horse Feathers on Ringling. And it was Ringling and Lynx, I believe. And I was called in by a friend to do a drag queen bingo. Never done it in my life. So it's located, like I said, on the corner of, not on the corner, but on Ringling and Lynx. Horse Feathers was its name. I start doing it at the Golden Apple. Do it for years. Do it at the Players for years. Talk to McCurdy's, who has just opened a new location. Their location is in the same exact building where Horse Feathers was. So I began and will now end my career in the same
No, you're
building.
not going to end anything. You're just getting more popular every day and loving every minute of it. And I think it's wonderful. It's as it should be.
It's just amazing how things just cycle back.
Laura, is there something that happened with the drag queen show with the drag queen Bonanza show that comes to mind?
I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. It every single time is a circus. I'm always amazed at sort of the chaos behind the scenes, which is just theater life. But the performances that the queens bring to the stage, you know, it's what we do and how we build the show running up to the show.
Because they're performers. They really are
Absolutely.
performers, and they love doing it.
I think if anything that I would say that's kind of more surprised me than Kookie's story is how poignant and touching a lot of the performances are. That it brings up a theme that's very universal and very much about love and acceptance and sometimes loneliness or just reaching out to somebody who needs some support. That we take, and the performers, I cannot claim any credit to this, but they take that moment that is their spotlight moment for their performance. And yes, it's funny, and yes, it's bawdy, and yes, it's, you know, like showgirl talent galore, but there's often a message in there that
And
brings
they
the
love
audience.
It. They love doing it. I think that when in theater, when your audience loves it, it turns you on.
And when
it
they
makes,
feel it, when
yeah,
they feel
yes,
it.
Yes, and that is the most. And the audience are having such a wonderful time, and they're applauding, and they're going mad, and they know they're going to come back, and it's just wonderful.
If I may interject for a second, we always end our show with a song called We Are Family, because I think that with all the chaos and everything and all the divisiveness that's happening in the world right now, it's nice for just one moment when a room full of people can come together and stand up and sing and be in the same moment.
Yeah.
And be in that same moment. I think it's a beautiful thing.
I do too. Feeling what you feel when you're performing, and they're laughing and they're applauding and they love you.
Well, it's exciting. It's a thrill. It's always fun. Back to memorable stories. This is my first time performing with the Drag Queen Bingo show, but I do have one from another performance I gave at Vertigo when Beneva was doing that at the Starlight Room upstairs. I was resplendent in leather and studs and brandishing a riding crop for my performance number. And I was approached by a gentleman, a term I use loosely, and his young companion, who seemed more interested in more than just a show. He introduced his young companion to me as his masochistic friend. Yes, and so I very politely and very snappily brushed them off by saying, well, you know the story of the masochist and the sadist. The masochist says, hurt me. The sadist says, no.
Darling, we're running out of time, and I do want to put the number on the screen again. So please, Damon, would you put the number on the screen and to reach them by online, and that's the number to call, and it is 9941, of course, 925-3869. If this is something that you think would be, well, obviously it's fun. if it's something that you know that the group of friends would just have a ball at, make your reservation. Make it online and find out when the next show is going to be at McCurdy's. Because, as I said, it's always on a Sunday, but it's not every Sunday. Okay. Fabulous, fantastic, incredible what you've created here, Beneva.
Thank you.
And I think that you're right in what you're saying, that the people come because they want to laugh and they want to be happy and they want to leave there having so many experiments have been done that find out laughter is something that makes you healthier and is so important for you. So go for the evening of laughter. Go for the fun of it. Go for the silliness of it. And go for the total entertaining value of it. And when you're going with those purposes, you won't be disappointed. You will love it, and you'll want to come back, and you want to bring your friends and probably your fun relatives.
Only
Okay,
the fun
here
ones.
the number to call again is 941-925-3869, and find out from McCurdy's. They'll be very helpful. They're very nice there. It's very lovely. If you haven't been to McCurdy's, this is a good reason to get there. The tables are comfortable, that you can see from everywhere, and the audio is very, very good. So, and these girls are not going to slack. They're going to do their best work every show because they love doing it, and that's another factor. Okay, $20 is your cover charge, and that's your basic charge, but you get tickets that are for your bingo, and people win money with the bingo, win back their $20 and then some. None of them win 20. They don't win money.
No money.
Just gifts.
Prizes.
Prizes.
Okay, so that's the fun of it. You've created something wonderful and entertaining, and I think that is a healthy and wonderful thing for everyone involved. You can offer laughter and offer fun. You can't buy it for $20 today in many places.
That's true.
Yeah. So keep on keeping on. We've just have about 5 minutes. You plan on being at McCurdy's now for the foreseeable future?
Absolutely. They've been wonderful to us. We, in fact, just celebrated our 8th anniversary there at McCurdy's.
Because, my darling Beneva, you have been wonderful to them. By that I mean you brought in business to them. And when you're filling the house every day and people say, well, before I leave, I want to buy pay my cover charge for next Sunday. Or whatever. I want to bring my Uncle Charlie. He loved this. Okay, it's something like that. And people are having fun.
Yeah.
And it makes your world, and it makes what you're doing easy and fun for you.
Absolutely. And Pam and Les McCurdy, they're just great, wonderful people. And all the staff, the house manager, Marcella, the box office manager, Bronwyn, they're just good people. And all the staff.
He's been on the show. He's very clever and very nice. And he's so proud of his wife.
Yes.
Yeah, and
She's
it's very, very
an
nice.
amazing woman.
It's a lovely thing to be. And he's, as you said, it's a very, very pretty place.
Yes.
If you haven't been to McCurdy's, you ought to get there, and this is a good reason to get you out and see something unusual and see something funny and see something entertaining. So do that. Call up 925-3869 and say that you want to see the Beneva Fruitville Drag Queen Bonanza. And when is the next time it is going to be performed? And they'll probably say next Sunday, the Sunday after, and then just buy or reserve your cover charge ticket, and you'll get your what do you call them? That you get
Your bingo card?
The bingo cards. Okay.
Yes.
Each you get 3 bingo cards, and you can buy more if you want.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess a lot of people do.
A lot of people do.
I would love to check the facility that allows people. I could never do it. Facility that allows people to have 5 or 6 bingo cards. You ever watch them and they check them all off?
Yes.
And they remember what's on there. Incredible. But if you play bingo, and what are the prizes in bingo?
Well, we have a wonderful prize sponsor. It's a Kinky Kitty store in Gulfgate.
Kinky Kitten?
Kinky Kitty. They're an adult novelty store. So we have all kinds of prizes that I can't talk about on television.
I see Laura. Okay, well,
Excellent.
it's in keeping, and the show itself has a lot of, you got to have a certain amount of courage to understand it and to enjoy it. But once you get rolling, you're rolling, and you don't want to give it up, and you don't even want to go home. You'd like it to last, because it is fun. It's a lot of fun, and that's the whole idea. Everybody's having fun. I think the performers, number one, are having the fun time. What do you wear? You wear different costumes?
Absolutely. I have more girl clothes than I do boy clothes.
You have a wardrobe that
Oh, I certainly do. I'm not going to give away any surprises, though.
I didn't hear you.
I said I'm not going to give away any surprises, though.
Oh, no, well, surprises, okay. But I'm sure if I know Beneva, and I know Beneva, she's got a wardrobe that'll knock your socks off. Okay, and there's nothing much, I shouldn't say this because it's not true. I was going to say, once you get them established, once you get them organized, you just see that everything happens the way it should. There's
Well,
nothing.
each show is brand new, and
Each show is brand new because it's ad lib.
it is, and there's, extreme, musical performances, which they each create themselves. But to put all those puzzle pieces together and work with the venue, the McCurdy's has been so supportive of us from a production standpoint, from Beneva's standpoint as a performer, that we've introduced a second show with them as well that we do monthly.
Laura,
called,
we have less than a minute now, went by
We're-
so
we're-
very quickly.
we launched
The
Wigs
best-
and Wit there
The best
as
to
well.
you.
Yep.
Continue your
Thank you
tremendous
so much.
success, and you too, Laura, and you too, Lady Charlotte.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you for
incredible.
having us.
Time is up. Thank you for being with us. See you next time.
Thank you.
Next time, well, if you want, if you get in touch with me, 365-7052, I will be happy to send you our list of programs for the season. And we're almost totally booked now. So I would be very happy to do that. And you can always see us on YouTube. If you miss a show and you don't see this show, YouTube.
The time really flew. We bid you adieu from community. If you want to know why we love it here, so check out Community.